Welcome back to the Sometimes Builds. Welcome to another modification being done to the Runaway Venturist. Today, I need more storage. So we are going to go to Tractor Supply and I'm going to get the biggest storage box we can fit under there. A 57-inch box meant for a truck, basically. They have plastic ones, a little bit smaller. They have a 48-inch one. I think it's 48 inch, 4 feet. I'm going to put the biggest one I can put on there. I want to be able to fit as many tools and just chairs and all the dirty junk as much as I can. Because right now, if we go inside of the Venturist, like just looking at it, that could go in there, that could go in there. The extra jackery, those 2 chairs, probably the bin, a lot of this stuff could go in there and I could free up a lot of this space for more builds. So let's go over to Tractor Supply and go pick it up because we need the storage. Because we have camping to do. We have adventures to go on and they're going to happen soon. So let's get to going. Alright, we're back. I was a little bit torn. I've seen people use the aluminum ones and I've seen people use the plastic one. The plastic one opens in the front from the front and the aluminum one opens up. So I was pretty torn with those. But in the end, went with the aluminum one because it's like 1/3 probably the weight of the plastic one. Sure, it's plastic, composite, you know, it's never going to rust, blah, blah, blah. But this is like, you can lift this with one hand. The other one was dense. So I didn't want to add weight to the tongue of the trailer right there unnecessarily. I saw somebody else have the 48-inch one. I went with 56. We will see. Only concern is if it's on there, which I had this concern as I was checking out, is will it hit if I'm backing up and turning? Like, will I lose a lot of turning radius by having it sticking out a little bit? So I'm gonna try and measure that out a bit before I drill holes, obviously, because it won't be turning if I drill holes in the bottom of this thing to mount it. To mount it, I got a bunch of these U-bolts. Yeah, it'll fit. I got a bunch of these U-bolts that are just going to sit on left and right side, and then they didn't have another pack of those, so I got like lower grade U-bolts for the front. So at least it's balanced. I'll mix them up or something. We'll get to that. I'm sure this will go swell. I mean, it is pretty light. Matches pretty good. Aluminum, so it's pretty light. It has a lock right here. And pull both of these, and then it opens. So I want to make it so it sits just forward enough so this opens up all the way. Dang, that's going to add a lot of space to this thing. So if I guess I really wanted to get it as far away as I can, I'd have to slide this forward a little bit. This is the wheel, like an inch, because it is digging into it right now, right here in the front. But I also don't want to go too far forward because then it's going to be problematic with turning. Like if I get too close to the front of the trailer, I think I might, like if I'm backing up, I might like hit the corner of my car. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but let's see. So installation is really going to be, after I center it, of course, we're going to measure against this rail right here and mark 2 holes, and just get a drill bit and pop 2 holes in it, and then the U-bolts will boom, 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 secure it down. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might like, I could put it all the way back, all the way to the back, and have tons of space still. If I open it, I only get that much clearance to get things in and out. That's not even at the half inch. So slide it forward a bit. You get that much, and you can still, yeah, you can still operate the crank. Because if you pull it all the way forward, you can't operate the crank anymore. So you got to remember that this crank is here. Might also end up putting like some rubber under here so it doesn't just smack into this metal on metal every single time. Get the measuring tape out and then use the paint pen to measure where it should go. Found my nice Milwaukee measuring tape. I like this one because it shows you all of the numbers, and I don't do this whole measuring tape math thing too well. So I'm trying the Uncle Charlie method of using cheater boards. So I have a 2x4 back here with another 2x4, so I have one flat and then one angled up. You can use my cheater board back here to do the measuring for me. Please stand by while I measure 16 times. You can see that's the cheater board I have right there. That's just kind of holding things in place. It is pretty warped now that I look at it, but we have this set up here. So now I can make some markings where I'd want my like straps to go, these U-hooks. So I could put one like right there. It don't matter how long the line is because no one's ever gonna see that. And then wait for that to resettle itself. Same thing. No one's ever gonna see the line, so it makes no difference if there's a line on there. Now I need to get a drill bit, and we're gonna pop 2 holes on either side, so 8 holes in total. And then from there, slide the U-bolts in and lock it down, and that is pretty easy. So I think I'm gonna I have one like heavier duty bolt and I have one not so heavy duty bolt. So I think I'm gonna stick like the heavy duty one on the corners, like one corner here and then one back there. So the back corner and the front corner are with the heavy duties, and then the lighter duty ones I will have there. So they're kind of supporting each other's weight. So I wonder, are you supposed to put it down? Are you supposed to put it up? I think I want to have it down so the bolts are not getting caught up in everything. You're not like scratching their hand on the end of this bolt. So I'm going to try and put it down. Well, maybe. We'll try. We'll see what happens. Or that won't work. So the heavy duty set did not come with this little bracket, which could join these together. So I think the heavy duty ones are meant for the screws to be in the up position. I don't really like that solution too well, so I might find, go to Home Depot, get a bigger bracket. This is probably stronger in structural rigidity, having just the bar out here and then the hook up in the front. So lines still line up, so let me drill 2 more holes back here for this shorter one. I think it's the same thing. It really has to go from bottom up, unfortunately. So you can use a socket wrench. I'm just using an impact gun. I'm going to have to use a wrench of some sort because that's too deep. But I'm using a 1/2 inch for the small, 9/16 for the big. And I am checking my measurements every time now because I noticed when I drilled, the box was shifting a little bit. So before we lock this down on the other side, I want to make sure it's still where it's supposed to be. Thankful for the ground clearance right now. So the box did shift. Hey, what's the freaking lid? The lid was open. It wasn't letting it move. It's a good thing I put those lines there. Perfect. Let's go up front. Oh. It already fell down. This might be problematic. Nope, not problematic. Perfect. I think that's what Bob Ross would call a happy accident. That it almost didn't fit. See, my holes aren't super where they're supposed to be. So, to fix that. So normally I'd say it's good enough. We'll just put the bolt in there and let it send it. But it needs like a little bit more towards the frame. I was a little off. measuring and all that probably would have prevented that. I learned this move on TikTok. I went to look for silicone. I don't have any silicone. I'm gonna have to order some, but I'm gonna put silicone on those bolts. I'm gonna cut the bolts so they're a little bit shorter. I don't want them to get in the way. But I'm also gonna put silicone around the holes just so no moisture from the road gets in there. After that, I'm gonna start loading it up. Actually, I'm gonna load it up right now. So we're gonna put some junk in there. Rug. There you have it. Put the toilet, put a couple seats in there, bag of tools. Really, you can put anything in there. So, yeah, this is the biggest box that Tractor Supply sells. Also need to put some rubber right here so it doesn't whack against this, which it's already doing. There and there, so that needs to happen sooner rather than later. Just some kind of rubber grommet there to protect that because that's a sharp edge. Oh, and if you open one handle, both release. So all you have to do is open one. It sits like that. Other than putting silicone on the bolts, putting rubber on the bottom of the AC unit, this project is done. If you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button down below. There's going to be lots of builds coming for this Runaway camper Venturist. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If I missed anything, definitely let me know. I know I missed not putting on safety glasses and ear protection. Don't follow my bad mistakes. Anyways, catch you next time. Peace.